back to high on octane. This video, I'm gonna get the chain on, start doing some stuff so I can finally drive it. Got me a fancy smancy chain breaker from Harbor Freight. 15 bucks. You gotta break this big old gnarly chain that I got laying right here. So that's gonna be fun. It's like a $100 chain and I'm kind of scared to do that, but oh well. All right, I'm gonna start breaking this chain up, get it length on my sprockets here. I mean, they're fairly lined up, but we'll see once I start driving it if I start popping chains or whatnot. So I'm gonna get that chain on. Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow I'm gonna start working on the shifter assembly, get my seat back put in. I'm gonna have to extend a little bit more wires on the wires that actually come from the engine. So with that, I'm gonna take all this and just get it all up around here, zip tie it along there, then have it just run in there and make it look real clean. Later on, probably not in this video, in the next one though, or one from now after this next one, or blah blah blah. I'm gonna get a battery tray put in there, right in this area, a couple pieces of angle iron, a couple bolts, long bolts, and flat strap. Get that going. But yeah, that'll probably be either next video or the video after that. I forgot to show you guys this. That buddy of mine, Roscoe, that's been coming over and helping me every now and then, made me this awesome sticker, the Yamacart sticker. It's gonna look sweet. I'm super excited to put that on. I just don't know where to put it on yet. I think once I get like a cage up or something, or around that nature, or put it up high so people could see it. But all right, let's get working on this chain. So first, I'm gonna take the master link out. This nice gold piece right here to let me know what it is. Take that out, wrap it around my sprockets, get my measurement, and start punching some of these pins out. Get a dang chain on this guy, or girl, whatever you call your vehicle. But yeah, I'm gonna grab some tools. All right, got some tools. Gotta first start off pulling this little C-clip deal off, which I have a major feeling it's gonna be a pain in my rear hind. Ugh. Come on, baby. Don't stab your hand, whatever you do. Here we go. Need some bigger pliers. These should maybe do the trick, huh? There we go. Take your little flat tippy and just hope to God it doesn't go flying. There we go. We're good. Got that guy off. So now we gotta slide the other side out. Alright, master link is taken apart. So now let's move on over to the cart. Part cart. Alright. So I gotta break this chain right here. I don't know if you can see my mark right there on that chain. Have to break that loose there. And by the looks of it, it might not need a tensioner, but it's probably a good idea to put one on, but we're just gonna run it at first and see how it works. It should work, right? Next, hopefully I didn't rub my mark off. Other side. Uh-oh. Ha! So we need to pop those two out and then basically reuse the master link right there. I think it should work, I don't know. Bear with me here, this is the first time I've ever broken a chain apart. And of course, the first chain I break apart is a $100 one. my awesome camera here is about to die, so I'm just gonna get as much as I can doing this part. Obviously get it recharged up. Well, let's see how well this works. Alright, got the pin out. The weird thing about these is they're all crowned off on the ends. I don't know if you can see that very well, but they basically pound it onto the chain so it can't come loose. But we're not using this chain for anything else other than the cart. So those will be the only pins that are like this. Technically, they just go away. Alright. Got the one link out. All kinds of a mess here now. So I think this one was the one. Let me just go make sure. That's the one. So let's move back on over to that dumb thing. Alright. Go up and grab my master link. And I'll tell you what, that's tight enough for me, so I don't think I need to put a tensioner on this dang thing, which is super awesome. Alright, got the chain on. That C-clip really made me work for it, but I got it on. It looks pretty dang good. I mean, it's a little loose, but not too loose, 'cause I don't think that's gonna jump off or nothing. We're just gonna run that once I get the shifter in and the clutch on. And basically what I'm gonna do for that, wherever my little handle went, this guy might not be the same handle, but I might have to put some kind of like 1-inch sleeve on this deal, because I'm gonna go behind that wall. There's a shed with the dirt bike in there, and I'm gonna steal the clutch handle for that, mount it on that, and maybe the clutch cable, run it back to this guy, put it through there, lock nut on it, and that's your clutch right there. So I get that on. I got the shifter cable kind of where I want it. I mean, my handle's probably going to be up around here or so, just because I don't want to be like reaching behind me to try to shift. So basically, I mean, that's obviously not long enough, but I'll go here and fab up just some kind of rod or flat strap or something to go from this point to that point, and then that'll be able to shift that. And then down here, I got the shifter that came with the four-wheeler that I got the motor from, basically. Put the shifter on there. I'm going to have to cut it down low somewhere around here, drill a hole, mount that guy on there. And then up under here, where these nuts are, I'm just going to have to weld on a tab from that mount down there, this piece of pipe. Mount that on there. Then I'll have a shifter. And then, yeah, like I said, run the clutch over to that little spot there. Then it's ready to roll. Obviously, I need to figure something out with that. I'll just rebeat it with some ether. That's a pretty cool trick I learned, so I'll show you guys how to do it. But get that rebeated, fill this thing up with as much slime as I can get in there. Go drive it around, and hopefully, it'll seal up. Another thing I gotta do, I gotta mount this gas tank up, because it's obviously not just gonna float there. So I'll show you guys how I'm gonna do that. Basically, it's gonna sit right around this location. It's gonna come, spin, and kind of sit up from there. Elevate it a little bit, just cause for clearance on the suspension here, how the motor is all tied in with the suspension, so it wants to come upward, if you can see that. So make sure that clears so I don't have a bomb on the back of me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get started on all that tomorrow. It's getting pretty late. I hate how the sun works in these times of years. Going down to like 4:30. So it's not 4:30, it's like 7 now, but I better get going, go hang out with my little birdie that I've got. and I'll be back on this thing tomorrow. So we'll get this thing going, guys. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too, because I really want to rip this thing, because it's gonna fly. I have a big feeling. But all right, guys, see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm back. Finally got a little bit of time to work on this thing. Got off a little bit early today. So first, I'm just gonna start mounting that tank, and I already kind of figured out how high I need to mount it just because of the suspension, to make sure I got clearance. So I'm gonna add about 3 inches for the brackets, and that should be just enough for me to do some off-roading without knocking the tank off. So I got a bracket marked up back here. Just got to get a cut, drill some holes, mount the dang thing. All right, first I need to find some safety glasses. So I've been using them forever, so they're MIA. Be right back. All right, found some. Safety first, kids. That cut. Let's go clean up some metal and weld. Alrighty, so basically, this is what we're looking at here. Alright, so I got some brackets made up. Oops, dropped the bolt. Basically, those are going to bolt onto the gas tank and then weld the bottom parts onto the frame back there. There we go, something like that. Basically, this is the finished product. Just gotta clean my pipe up there. Throw some tacks in, pull the tank off, and weld it in. Alright guys, got the gas tank officially mounted. I don't have to do a full bead weld there because it's not really supporting like an engine, you know. But that gives me just enough clearance to where if I have to jump on the dang thing for it to even get like that close to the tank. So I got that guy on. Now I'm basically gonna set my seat in here and determine where I want to put the shifter and everything, and then get that set up. Then I gotta make a battery slot basically right in there. I'm thinking just a couple pieces of angle iron, strap it on. But yep, so I'm just gonna get my seat in here, determine where I want everything, and then start getting it all put together. Sorry, I had to fire it up one more time. Alright, so kind of figured out where I want my shifter handle, and basically I'm going to start on the back, get the shifter assembly hooked up there, weld on a tab to mount the shifter cable. Then I'll have that part done. Then I'll move to the front because I'm still trying to think of how I want to do that still. So I'm going to get started. So basically, right here what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to center this piece, the throw of this. I'm trying to center the throw of it in the center of that. That way I know I have enough length to shift forward and backwards, if that makes sense. So I had it kind of here, but I wanted to record this for you guys. So that's as far as that goes out there. That's center kind of. And we'll see. That's pretty much where it needs to be. And then make sure I can get it out there. I even have a little bit more. I'm gonna move it inward a tiny bit. Alright, so basically right here I need to make a tab for these bolts right here to fit on. So I'm gonna get going on that. I'm gonna get this rear part done and move to the front. There we go. Alright, so I got that welded on after some minor imperfections. I really wish you could weld over paint, but whatever. Got that on, so now all I gotta do is just pull that shifter assembly off. First I'm gonna make a mark on it. There we go. So now I'm gonna go drill a hole in this, get it cut, and I'll be back. Alright, so here's the shifter assembly cut. Got a hole in there and a bolt already. Then I just gotta take this, slide that over the top just like that, grab me a nut, and then suck it down. And there we go. Rear end shifter assembly is on. Seems like it's working. Up to the front. Alright, so here's the other end of my shifter assembly. I'm thinking something like that. So mount something in there. I think it should be, I mean, we'll see. I'll just mount it straight to that aluminum and it might not be good enough, but we're gonna try it. And then shifter handle, somewhere like right here or so. Mark it with a scratch. So yeah, boom, shifter right there. I might have to extend the steering wheel out a tiny bit just because I'm kind of reaching really far to steer. So if I bring it out, then it'll bring it up as well, and that'll be kind of nice. So I got my front piece made. Basically added some square tubing and a couple little pieces of flat strap in there and stuff. And Should work pretty good, I think. Basically, I'm just gonna mount that about right there or so. I'm just gonna get a drill a hole in the bottom of this, mount it, and then build the rest. All right, I got a couple holes drilled. So now, basically I just marked on the sheet metal here where I want to drill it. So I'm gonna do that, and then what I'm afraid of is this stuff's not very rigid. So if it's really bad, then I'll just get a piece of flat strap and just put it underneath this whole thing as like a giant washer, kinda. And that should kinda help it be sturdy, but I'm gonna get these holes drilled and mount that thing. There we go. Got my little bracket mounted. Alright, next, got to get my shifter mounted down. Then fab up a piece from here to here. Probably just some flat strap. And then, here, sorry. Basically fab a piece from here to here. And then mount my shifter down here, basically. Probably some more of that flat strap. Just grab that, bend it up, grab it, bend it up here. Couple bolts, bolt through the side so that can pivot. And then, like I said, piece of metal from here to here. That way, when I move this, this will move too. So that'll be my shifter. Alright, so I built these two little guys. Basically a couple pieces of angle iron cut. And then it'll be something like that, you know. Hole drilled in there. Put some washers in there and stuff, and then make that so it can be free in there. But that's basically it right there. And then, yeah, like I was saying, from this hole to here, I'll just build a piece of flat strap, drill a couple holes in it, and then that should be good enough for that. Then I'll have a shifter. So I'm going to drill these holes in this thing quick, get them mounted. Alrighty, got that mounted. Moves pretty good. I like it a lot, actually. So now I just got to get my flat piece there to there. Obviously, that's going to be neutral, centered up. So I just got to get that measurement, drill a couple holes, and that should be that. Alright guys, I got the shifter in, and it works pretty good for the most part. Anyways, so that's neutral, obviously. And there's second, because it's going upward. And then third, back one, up, there we go. So we got a shifter. It's not very perfect, but it'll have to do for now. But next, I got this right here. This is hooked up to the clutch. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to go from here to a squeeze handle on this. It's a little interesting. I'm kind of brainstorming, so bear with me. I'm getting it. That's literally the last step, and then I get to drive this thing. So I'm really trying to figure it out so I can get this thing rolling under its own power. I'm stupid excited. But I'm going to think on that. I'm going to give me some food because I'm freaking hungry. While I do that, I'm going to think of that. Might go to a parts store and grab me maybe a throttle cable for like a Honda, because if I remember correctly, that the old one I used to have, it was pretty much a basic throttle cable. So I might go snag one of those and incorporate that into the clutch. And hopefully it'll work. But if it's long enough, who knows, I might just end up putting a foot pedal clutch in there. But I mean, it would be a lot more work to get it done. That's why I really want to just get it done on the handle. But I'm working on it, so I'm gonna go get food, give them a call, see if they've got one. I think they're like 30-40 bucks or something. Snag one of them and hopefully get this thing to work, because man, I want to ride it. I'm sick and tired of just hearing it, not riding it. But I'll be back. I'll see you in a minute. So I just drove around for 2 hours looking for a throttle cable and still can't find one. So I'm gonna have to get super custom with this one here. I'll show you my plan. Basically, I really have to just connect those two cables. And then the problem I'm having is just cause if I just try to mount those two together, all it wants to do is just the sleeve will push back and it just pulls the sleeves together. That's all it does. So my plan now is take a couple bolts, drill a couple holes in them, and then run this cable through a bolt, that cable through a bolt, and drill a hole in the plate right here and right here. That way these run into the bolts and they can't go nowhere but pull the clutch assembly. So I'm going to try that. It's probably not going to be perfect, but hopefully it'll be good enough for me to drive this thing tonight. But I'm going to get going on that because I'm losing daylight. Alright, I think I got it to temporarily work here. My custom setup there. Here's my shift lever. And now it's starting to pull it. I think that's going to be enough. So I'm going to get this tire aired up with the starter fluid way. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. It's kind of interesting. I wouldn't do it at home if you don't know what you're doing, but don't be like me. Might blow myself up, but that's alright. So I made this thing here. Works pretty good for beating tires, because then you can just clamp it on there and turn the valve on, and then it just always puts air in there. You don't have to hold it on or nothing. So I'm going to get that all set up, get this thing beaded, and hopefully ride this thing. So my little valve here. So basically, the key after you get it to seat, you got to put air to it quick, otherwise it'll suck back in and unbead it quick. So we're going to try this again. Caught myself on fire. Come on now. It's not working very well. Did it really good the other day, I promise. Hang in there with me. It's coming, don't worry. Close. Come on. Dang it. So close. Woo! Burned all my hairs on that one. Stinky. God dang it. Keep burning my hairs off. There we go. After some minor imperfections, got it, beat it finally, without starting fluid. No fun, that's all right. All right, gonna get this thing set back on the ground, roll it around, put it in gear, make sure the clutch works, then ride it. Drives, guys. Heck yeah, guys, I'm super excited. I hope you are too. I'm just one little issue. When I went and just putted it around, as soon as I touch the throttle, it dies. So I don't know what the heck's going on there. I feel like it's something electrical, because it doesn't like bog or nothing or do anything like that. It just, as soon as I touch it, shuts off. So I have a feeling it's for that Taurus crap that's all and put in this stuff. So I'm thinking that's what it is, but I'm gonna get that checked out later. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Finally got it driving, super excited. Hopefully next video I'll be able to get it ripping, because I gotta hook the rear brake back up, do a little bit more things, but it's got front brakes at least. So yeah, next video, get it ripping for you guys, clean it up a little bit more, do a little bit more stuff. And yeah, hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on this thing. Gonna get it ripping soon, but that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys have a good one. Take care.